All right. Oh baby, oh baby. Let's Hunter. I know we're excited. Let's slow it down. Oh baby. Oh baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into Shooting the Shit with Sands, bruh. How are we doing? Jesus. Y'all know what? Y'all see the jersey? Y'all know what time it is? It's fucking NBA season. It's my season. I run this shit. If you haven't been following the Sands Scorching 6, I think I'm even now. Had my first losing week in week 6. Bro, if you're even or if you're putting more money on certain things, that's great. You're probably up a couple units if you're following me. I have not executed my TikTok properly. I have to do it. But I would love to give gambling picks out on YouTube, but my podcast comes out a day later, so it'll be off a day, so there's no point. But I will be giving picks out on my Twitter. So follow me at DegenerateHLS. It's on the bottom of the screen. It should be if I edited this right? So that's what we're doing, man. We got the NBA preview episode. Now, guys, okay, this is what happened. I think I got drunk one night, and I was like, let me just refresh my notebook, right? Look at this shit. So, as you can see, I wrote down some things, but there is a rip. I think I tore out all the free agent info that I had from months prior. So now, if I miss a free agent or two, guys, I miss the guy, that you think is crucial. Like, I'm not going to miss Ish Smith on the Hornets or something like that. But if I miss somebody, y'all know me. If you're listening to me, you know I'm a fucking idiot. Okay? You know I'm stupid. I won't say the R word. We've gone over this. You can't say the R word anymore. All right? Can't mock them. Can't do anything. I used to slap my hand sideways on my chest a few times. I'll say it. I was uneducated. Just like I am now. I'm still an idiot. Uninformed. Moron. It's just me and my own opinion. Which I don't know if that's safe or if that's brave now. Everybody's brave. I think now that I'm just like myself with my own opinion and I don't even look at shit anymore, I'm just here. I'm just a human that lives literally in his own world. It's pretty sickening. I feel like one of those bitches making excuses on Twitter about how they're single all the time. I tweeted this. I am sick of women always having an excuse of why they're single. Other than like, it's simple, like you're fat or you're ugly or like your teeth ain't straight, you got buck teeth, you got a Michael Strahan gap, like you dress weird. It's nothing crazy. You're a whore. Like most of the time, or like you fell in love with me after I literally texted you twice on Tinder, said, hey, you said, what's up? I said, do you want to suck this dick? And you said, I fucking love you. Like, fam, you out of here. That's not us. That's y'all. I tweeted this though. I said, when women started saying men are like their best friends are their soulmates, women are the ones with two best friends for their whole life because they're so drama filled, or they end up, I just hate people. Isn't that like the woman's go-to phrase? But like they'll bend over backwards to do anything for you when you're with them. Hilarious. Doesn't matter if it's a month or 2 months. If they call you boyfriend, they'll literally fucking quit their job if they have to come pick you up from the airport. I don't have any money. I quit my job. You needed a ride. I told you I could have got a lift. But they end up not liking people or whatever. Guys have an inner circle of like 5 to 8 guys. So which one is the fucking soulmate, you idiot? Which one? Because I got like... I probably got 5 best friends that know every detail about me, everything in my life, and stay updated on my life. Know my family life, family problems in my relationship if we have any, shit like that. Which one's my soulmate, you stupid bitch? Which one? Yeah. You don't know shit about men just like we don't know shit about women. And it starts to show very quickly. And most of the time, they're also, not to go on a rant here, they're mostly single because a lot of women, they are good at like reading shit and comprehending it, as in school smart. They are really stupid. Like women, I wouldn't even say stupid. They're gullible. Like you tell, You tell 70% of women, I'm going to give you the world, baby. I swear to God, I'm going to give you the world. And they don't know you work part-time at McDonald's. Because you got a fake chain on and you stole some Jordans from the Foot Locker. Like, that's really what happens. And it's fucking a sad sight. It's a sad sight. But women, stop being so goddamn gullible. Make them prove it. But don't be, like, too hard to make him prove it. Like, you got to throw him some pussy if he, like, being a good guy for a couple of dates. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so NBA preview. If I forget somebody, man, y'all let me know how stupid I am. Once again, this is the podcast that ranted on how stupid the Pistons organization was for getting another big with Andre Drummond, and Andre Drummond had been on the Cavs for a full year, okay? I know what I'm talking about, okay? I swear to God. I know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, man. Let's get into it. So, first off, I had like some coaching changes here that we have to get out the way. Ones that I think are key. I think all of them are pretty key. I know that sounds stupid, but it's a big deal when Scott Brooks gets fired and Westbrook is gone. I think that was the only reason he had a job there. Now Wes Unseld takes over. Ime Udoka, that's how you say it. Udoka? Yeah, I forgot. Remember, he was on the Spurs forever. He was an assistant coach for the Spurs forever. Then Brad Stevens, being an underwhelming coach, got a promotion. And I understand it though. I don't get him getting a promotion, but I understand wanting to keep that basketball mind in your fucking organization. He's an amazing basketball coach. And if you want to be honest, do you see how underwhelmed you are by the roster in Boston now? What's different than the past couple years? It's because they were young and they were playing above what they should have been playing. That's what I always said about sports. Somebody is not a superstar just because they play better than projected. I've always said this. Y'all remember me? I rant about this every 3 weeks in sports. I swear to God. Just because Jeremy Grant is playing better than projected on the Pistons does not make him an all-star player. Right? Or if somebody's playing better when they're young, it doesn't make them a superstar yet. Let's wait and see. That's happened to this Boston team. High hopes. Eastern Conference Final versus LeBron. Right? They're all babies. Braun putting his balls on their forehead. Jason Tatum's flexing on them while he dunked on them. Like, fam, I'm averaging 36, 8, and 8. Back up. I'm going to hit 3 threes in your face to close this bitch. Right? But I understand keeping that basketball mind in your facility. But I don't know. Maybe I think you should let him do the Doc route where he has a say in free agency. Doc is not even close to being the coach that, I think Doc doesn't have that now, but when he was with the Clippers, he did. And with the Celtics. Usually everywhere he's gone, he's had a say in the player movement of the team, right? I think you let Brad Stevens do that to fit his system. How is he, I guess if he's that, I think he is that intelligent for Udoka to tell him, I need this. I'm looking to do this with my offense, my defense, how I want to build a team. And he can go get that because he sees it a certain way, right? Because he was a recruiter. Remember, he was one of the best college back. He took Butler to a national championship and made them relevant, right? So he knows what he's looking at, how he can bring the most out of a player, what they need to do to build a player up as a prospect through high school, through college, whatever. So I do like keeping him in the organization. Obviously, Jason Kidd's with the Mavs now. Willie Green is with New Orleans, which I think is huge, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. I don't get how Stan Van Gundy gets fired. The man didn't have... Dude, with those COVID protocols... Like, I have a whole take about last season about the COVID shit, right? Before I get into the New Orleans Pelicans hire, which I'm cool with Willie Green, right? I'm cool with it. Former player, but that doesn't mean you're a good coach. But he's always been a high IQ guy that wasn't the most skilled player, but always seemed to be on a roster for some reason. And those are the guys that usually become coaches, right? Just like Nate McMillan, but Nate McMillan was a good player. Like, he was a starter when he played in the NBA. But Once again, he's one of those guys that was a high IQ guy that just happened to not be a superstar, but had the IQ of, one of the top IQs in the league at the time. This is my take on the whole COVID season thing. Listen, we talk about the bubble, right? I'm talking about post-bubble. The championship in the bubble was a year ago, but it's been 2 seasons, that shit. People call the bubble championship the Mickey Mouse hat ring, the Disney World ring, fake ring, but you don't take into account. Okay, let's go through teams, right? That had the shortened off the long off season, right? That were not even a second round team in the playoffs or didn't even go to the bubble. Let's see how big of an improvement did they have. Atlanta Hawks, Eastern Conference Finals. Milwaukee Bucks won a championship. They are talented. They got knocked out in the second round. Right? Who else? Oh, the Phoenix Suns. They went undefeated, Hunter, in the bubble. You're right. They did. But you don't go from being undefeated in the bubble to adding a Chris Paul or whatever, to adding Chris Paul to making the finals. That doesn't make sense, right? I was thinking about the New York Knicks. It's Tom Thibodeau. It's Julius Randle. Okay, whatever. You get that higher, you get time to have him implement a system, right? Even during COVID, he could implement a system. And then the teams that didn't have the long offseason, the Heat, who did we face in the Eastern Conference Finals? The Celtics looked bad this year. Injuries. The Lakers had injuries. Y'all get what I'm saying? There's a lot more examples. A lot of more examples of that. So, I think this season, the 76ers, they have talent once again. But, bro, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Eastern Conference Final, it doesn't make any sense. And how bad the Heat played at the end of the year. You can say Jimmy Butler sucks or Bam sucks or whatever. You were just calling Jimmy Butler a fucking top 10 player not but 7 months ago when he was in the finals. And that timeline don't even make sense, bro. You realize that? That timeline doesn't even make fucking sense. He was in the finals in June or whenever the finals was, and now we're starting in October. It was 4 months ago. You called him a top 10 player. He's playing well, gets hurt, gets COVID. And then, fam, we need some rest. Pros need rest. Tyler Hero misses countless games with injuries. Our whole team dies of COVID at one point. Oh, knock on wood. That's terrible. Don't say that. Don't say that. I can't. What am I doing? The fuck is wrong with me? I can't say that in these times. R.I.P. But yeah, that's what I was going to say about Stan Van Gundy. This year with those COVID restrictions, the traveling restrictions, remember, J.J. Redick has said time after time on his podcast, we couldn't even work on our fucking defense, and that's all Stan cares about. Right? And I get they're a borderline playoff team and actually have them around the play-in, in the play-in this year, because Zion is absolutely special. His offense was not correct. But they also, a bet I would always hit was my New Orleans Pelicans over. They couldn't play defense at all. So it was one of those things where I don't even know how Willie Green's going to implement that. You have a lot of young guys out there. You just got Devontae Graham, who's an undersized guard. You got Brandon Ingram, who don't want to play no defense. Zion Williamson isn't a good defender at all. You got you lost Jonas Valanciunas. You got Sam Adams beer, yeah. Steven Adams. I don't see how you make that team a great defensive team in the first place. Does that make sense? But now they have a full off season. Maybe they'll improve. Out of nowhere, they're going to improve. Or, oh my God, you lost Lonzo, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. It's one of those things. I think it's unfair to fire Stan Van Gundy right there. I'm sorry. Unless he asked out. I think it's unfair. I think it is. So, but that's the nature of the business, right? Other coaches, Chauncey Billups, of course, and going to Portland, which I love, and the Pacers getting Rick Carlisle. Going back to his old days, right? So that should be interesting. I think Rick Carlisle improves that Indiana team a lot. I think I left him out of my playoffs. But I think Rick Carlisle will make the most out of a guy like Sabonis, out of a guy like Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon, because he actually has talent on his team and not a single player. Rick Carlisle is not one that ISO every play. People just thought that because of Luka. He is a pick and roll, get everybody open type of guy, and I get it. But it's Luka, bro. If I had Luka on my team, I wouldn't even coach. You're getting 42 wins if he just plays 80 games anyways. You don't have to coach. And if you have a bitch boy like Porzingis, who now is getting the ball in transition, right? Ooh, transition post-ups. Ooh, it's going to change him. Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. It's his mindset. He's a pussy. He is a pussy when it comes to his health, to him being aggressive. He doesn't know how to be aggressive. He doesn't. He does not know how to be aggressive, how to put the ball on the floor and just back a fucking... He's taller than everybody in the league. There's what, like 3 people as tall as him in basketball? Other than like Bol, who's a fucking 7'9" guy? Whatever, dude. I think the Pacers will be a good team. They're never going to be great, though. I'm sorry, they're not. And obviously Nate McMillan going to Atlanta, which has been the whole season. That's why they turned out to be a half-decent team when Lloyd Pierce left, right? So we're going to look at the Eastern Conference first, okay? Am I going to go over every team? No. I'm not covering them bums. I'm covering the top 10 teams who I think will be in the playoff race, who will be in the play-in, and that's what I'm covering, okay? So, this is what we're on today, man. This is what we are on today. So, we're just going to start out with the defending champions, right? Milwaukee. They're Milwaukee. They're killing. Do I need to tighten this? Oh, I'm going the wrong way, H. Don't you love when a podcaster fucks with his equipment as he's podcasting? I hear my podcast, you just hear the boing through the fucking mic, like Jesus Christ. So the Milwaukee Bucks, they are the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, that's all you can say. They're going to be great defensively. They're going to be great offensively because they have arguably the best player in the world. And if you call him the best player in the world, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not. We're not arguing. I just think LeBron's still the best, and maybe I'm delusional, and that's fine. I'll be delusional. I still think he's the best. And I have all the built-in excuses for LeBron to be the best because he got injured last year. Idiots like Michael and Lucas and them said he wasn't a top 10 player this year. I don't know what they were watching. But they talk about Kawhi being all-time great. But Kawhi was hurt just as much as... I don't know what... Like, they just hate LeBron so much, like, and we're grown men. Like, I'm 26. I don't have time to be hating on a player, bro. What do I look like? You know, like, I'm grown. Like, yeah, Kevin Durant has ring pops, but I'm grown. Like, excuse me, I don't have time. I hated Kyle Lowry until he put on a Miami uniform. I'll tell you that. I respected his game, but I fucking hated him. Why the fuck is this mic? I'm so sorry, guys. I have to do something here, dude. This mic, it's the mic stand. The mic stand's a little like, it's bouncy. It's bouncy for me. Okay, we're getting sturdy. We're sturdy. Okay, sorry. All right, anyways. Milwaukee's going to be great. You know, and I tweeted about it. Giannis's hitch and his jumper's gone. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the jumper. The hitch is gone. Like, he used to do this. Like, a little, like, buckle in his shot. It was weird. He would, like, pull it up and then cock it back. And then shoot. Now it's just a fucking... Like, when did Giannis get fluid? Why has he been working? Why aren't you fucked up off champagne in the preseason still? You know what I mean? And I actually love Giannis. And this is so funny. I told y'all last year, if he has no bag, I want his no bag. Give me the bagless bag of Giannis. Because that motherfucker's going crazy. Okay, sorry. This goddamn mic is bouncing all over the place. I had to tighten it up. Okay. So basically, the hitch is gone in his jumper. That's kind of nuts to me. I don't know what happened. The confidence is there. You know, eventually we knew Giannis would develop some sort of jumper, right? Even though he doesn't need it. I mean, he's a walking 35, 13, and 7. I mean, what are we looking at? And once again, I will not take back my take that he is a guaranteed top 15 player of all time now. with that ring, that one ring. Unless he has a catastrophic event happen to where he cannot play basketball for 10 years. If he plays for 8 years, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players to touch the floor. If he has a catastrophic event in the next 3 years where he can't play basketball, maybe that's in question, right? But then we'll talk about how he could have been a top 10 guy. We'll over-exaggerate a little bit, but he may become that, by the way. But we'll have to see. Drew Holiday getting involved in that offense, I think it's going to change a lot for him. Remember, he's a mid-season acquisition. Once again, the COVID shit. There wasn't a lot of practicing last year, man. There wasn't. And I think with practice, remember, it's going to help a lot. A lot of these teams that performed last year are going to get helped a lot with just some practice. Just practicing with each other with their offseason acquisitions. They get Bobby Portis back on the cheapest deal ever. Come on, Bobby. The fuck are you doing, bro? You could have got a bag. Like, Bobby Portis could have signed with any contender in the league. I understand you just want a chip. But I'm telling you, on a bum team, he could have got 4 for $70. I'm not over-exaggerating, 4 for $60 at the very least. He's getting 12 to 15 a year if he signs anywhere else. Anywhere else. Even on good teams. If he played for a very bad team, he probably would have got 65 to 70. I'm not bullshitting. Like the Terry Rozier contract for Charlotte. And Scary Terry's good, but once again, he took over for Isaiah Thomas. They went far in the playoffs that year. Dude, champions get overpaid, and Bobby Portis didn't take his chance. And I hope that doesn't come back to bite him like it did Dennis Schroeder, right? But when Dennis Schroeder explained that, he was like, I didn't like it there. So I get it. I mean, not for $80 million, but I get you, bro. Second seed is Brooklyn. Listen, they lost everybody, by the way. No, who am I thinking of? Oh, I'm thinking of Chicago. I'm an idiot. They lost Landry Shamet, who I think is a big deal, but they got Patty Mills. They lost Jeff Green. He was a starter, but they got LaMarcus Aldridge back, I believe, right? Is he back? And without Kyrie, they're still the second best team. You have arguably two of the top 3 ISO scorers of all time on your team. And if you add the third guy, who's being a fucking moron, and it's not that, guys, let me tell you this right now. Let me get this out the way. We can just get this out the way. Listen, I don't give a fuck if he wants to take the vaccine or not. I don't care. Do what you want to do. But he needs to stop talking. He needs to stop talking. Because every time he does something, it's becoming... I love Nick Wright. I always thought Nick Wright was hard on Kyrie. But then when he talks, I watched that whole Instagram live, and he didn't say nothing. He didn't say anything. He said, I want people to believe in what they believe in. Just believe in you. And it's not about the money, even though I get 50% of my salary if I get a COVID exemption just to sit home, which they said they would give me. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the extension. I'm not retiring. Bro, if you're not retiring, but you're going to sit out and no team is going to want you for 41 games, even the team where it's his hometown, he wanted to play there, and he's there because of Kevin Durant, who they actually wanted more than Kyrie, who brought in James Harden too. You think someone else is going to want you? No, you will be forced into retirement. And let me tell you something, Kyrie. I'll tell you this right now. No one's going to give a flying fuck what you have to say if you aren't playing basketball, bro. I hate to tell you that. I hate to tell you that. You will not have a platform. You will be a retired athlete that we will go, damn, he missed out on a fucking all-time legacy because he didn't want to take a vaccine shot, and that's his belief, and that's cool. But when he talked, he sounded stupid. So that's what I'll say on that. Brooklyn Nets, once again, they're going to be fine. Their defense is going to be dog shit again. They have no defense. None. I don't give a fuck about Javon Carter. The fuck you talking about? He's going to guard everybody? I don't think so. I don't think so. We have to see how that team turns out, right? I have these notes, right? I have these little notes. I was going to put all the free agents, but it was just too much. It was too much. They got Patty Mills, and they got James Johnson. All right, James Johnson is a tough guy. He is not a defender by any means. So I'm going by seeds, by the way. So those are my first 2 seeds for the playoffs. If healthy, yes, I know the health complications of the Brooklyn Nets with KD and his Achilles. Oh, shut the fuck up, Blake Griffin. I think Blake Griffin's got a bigger role too, so we'll see. I'm not gonna rush through this. I got 30 minutes. I'm good. This is a long preview. Okay, we're gonna do an hour probably. The Miami Heat, I have them as a 3rd seed. I do, and I know I have Philly lower. I think they're going to have a distraction. I think they're not going to get as much as they want for Ben Simmons or get as much as they thought they were going to get for Ben Simmons. And I'll be happy if I'm wrong because I would love to see Joel the superstar, even though I don't want to play him. But number 3, the Miami Heat. Listen, we're about to piss people off. I saw this dude tweet today, and he's so wrong. He's like, the Miami Heat are going to blow people out this year. Like, sit your starters blowout. I'm like, you had never watched a Heat game in your fucking life. Motherfucker, how many games we lost to the fucking Bulls, the goddamn Timberwolves, the Hawks when they were shit 2 years ago. You hadn't watched a game, bro. The year we made it to the NBA Finals, we were losing to lottery teams left and right. He hadn't watched a motherfucking game. But I do think we are going to be one of the best teams in the NBA this year. I think we are a top 10 team in the league. We're that usually anyways when we have an all-star in our team and we got 3 of them. We have a I think Jimmy Butler, there's different kinds of superstars, right? There's superstars that are like, I always have this conversation, right? Like, is Joel Embiid a superstar? Is he? You know, because it's, and you're going, Hunter, no shit, because of his play. But some people bring in, I don't do this. Some people bring in like how famous and like how big they are on social media and shit, right? And Joel's like a social media troll. You know what I mean? Like, is Nikola Vucevic a superstar? I've seen these questions because they're talking about like how big they are on social media, which makes no sense, by the way. I'm talking about your ability to carry a team. I think Jimmy Butler can carry a team a long way. I think we saw that. So we have a superstar. We have an emerging, young, possible superstar in Bam Adebayo, and we have a NBA champion, greatest player in Raptor history, Kyle Lowry. I'm not as excited about this team as most Heat fans. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer at all. I'm not trying to be a pessimist. I'm not as excited as I'm a fan. NBA season starting. I'm going to lose my voice 80 times this season from every game. But I don't have these expectations for this team that everybody else does. Like, truly people think they're like, yeah, he can go to these conference finals easily. I'm like, the fuck? You serious? You dumb? I think we're going to be great defensively. Like always, I think our offense is going to take time, but what I saw in the preseason, one game that I watched, they call it the dress rehearsal. Everybody has it. Everybody starts the last game of the preseason. If your team does this, some teams do not. If your team dresses up all the starters, last day of the preseason, dress rehearsal, bro. It is. It's a fact. And I watched it, and it was fun to watch. We whooped their ass. Towards the end, when the backups came in, we had a lot of shitty turnovers. Bam was dropping the ball. I'll tell you this, a note, Bam looks humongous, bro. He looks swole as fuck. Tyler Hero looks like he's healthy again. Last year, people forget, he had nagging like shoulder injuries. He had a toe injury he was playing through, so he had to sit out 10 games. Came back, had a 3-game stretch where he was dropping 24, 24, 28, then got hurt the toe again, and he wasn't the same for the season. And, it's funny to laugh at him and do the Shanghai shark shit. It's so funny. I don't get mad at that because I know what's going on. I'm a fan. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, he's healthy, and he looks fucking good. Did not score under 24 points in a single preseason game. So I'm excited. Duncan Robinson. He's going to stroke that bitch. Stroke that bitch down like Johnny Sins, bro. He going to hit that motherfucker. So I'm excited about the Heat. I am. PJ Tucker, Markieff Morris, Markieff. His brother's way better than him, but I'll take him. They're both tough guys. We're just going to annoy the fuck out of everybody. Dwayne Dedman, a dude I was excited about last season, And, yeah, we're developing young talent with Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. His confidence and shooting ability will be noticed this season. I promise you that. That's my guarantee for the Heat. He will be noticed. Going on Philly, my 4 seed. Still a 4 seed. They have a top 5 player in the world to me. I don't give a fuck if he misses 20 games. The 60 he plays, they will win 38 of them. So, I don't care. I don't give a fuck, dude. I literally don't give a fuck. And I will say this about Ben Simmons. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm assuming that he is on the team for the whole year as I make this prediction. I don't believe it. You have to assume that. There is one thing about Ben Simmons that I truly believe. I don't think he'll bullshit when he's out there. I don't think he'll pull a James Harden, bro. I don't think he will pull a James Harden. I think when he goes out there and plays, he's going to give his heart out. He will play like he always plays. I don't know if that's giving his heart out, but he's going to play like he always plays, okay? And I think that's a big deal. But we're going to have to see if he even plays. I'm assuming that he does. If he doesn't, you're going to have the emergence of Tyrese Maxey, who I talked about for a whole season, talking about how special he was at finishing. Those COVID games really gave him, exposure, and it's actually good for the organization because, Jesus Christ. It's good for the organization because it shows them what you see in practice. You can see that shit in practice all day. But, bro, when he's going out there and doing it against, good basketball teams, not some shitty ones, and playing well, dropping 20, man, that really gives you confidence. And once again, they still got Toby. They still got Joel. That's all they fucking need. Isaiah Joe apparently has gotten some rotation minutes. Woo Sui. He can shoot the ball like a motherfucker. He can shoot the fucking lights out. They still got Shake. They're starting to develop a team that can score well. It's just one of those things, man. The system's weird. It's weird. It's slow, but they play deep. It reminds me of the Heat a lot. They just have a dude that can't be stopped down there, but has limited minutes. You know what I mean? I wish Jimmy Butler was unstoppable on offense and played his minutes. Joel, if he could play Jimmy minutes like a guard, he's too big, obviously, but if he could play 48 minutes, 42 minutes a night, he would average fucking 40. He would have the greatest season of all time by a center, but that's not possible. But I don't even have an analysis of Philly, honestly. I'm really interested what happens with Ben. I am. I'm very interested. So, at the 5 seed, I got Chicago. Right? Now, losing Daniel Tice is a big deal to me. They lost everybody. Who the fuck? Is this on here? Let's see. Bulls. Oh, they lost Tyson Markkinen. I knew that already. I thought I was going to get something else. But those are the key guys that they lost. That means they believe in Wendell Carter like crazy, which they should. And they have Vucevic. And they have DeMar. And they have Colby. And they have Zach. They got Zoe. They got a lot of guys. They got Patrick Williams, who is developing into a very nice defensive player. I don't know what he's going to be on offense, though. He's a really good defender, though. I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know what to think of this team, but obviously I think they're pretty good if I got them at the 5 seed, right? I think they're going to be entertaining. And in the Eastern Conference, you have to look at it different than across the league, right? In the Western Conference, it takes 50 wins to get a 6 seed. There's no point in me even doing the playoff teams for the West. That's what I'm not going to try to do the playoffs for the fucking West. I'm just going to name the 10 teams I think can make. There's 11. I put 11 on here. I'm going to name the 10 I think that can make it because it's so jumbled, right? Excuse you. Jesus. But yeah, Chicago's going to be very exciting. I think they have a much more defensive element now with Lonzo out there. I think it's going to set a tone, you know. Now they have not elite. They have one elite, one pretty good defender in Patrick Williams out there. I think that now their offense is going to be damn near, bro. They have a guy that's going to push the pace in Lonzo, and Colby pushes the pace well. Zach LaVine on the break is going to be insane. The way DeMar can slow it down, who's always been clutch, get you a mid-range jumper. Vucevic, who's unstoppable in the post. It's hard for me to shit on this team. I think that they just have a lot of talent. And you don't need this superstar talent to be good in the East. I'm not saying they can win a championship. They'll be the best Chicago team we've seen in a minute, though. So, it's one of those things since Braun was in fucking Cleveland. So, we'll have to see. Have to see what happens there. I'm very interested in Chicago. Number 6, Atlanta. Just a good team. I think last year was a little fluky. I think they ran into some good matchups. A lot of good matchups. I think Ice Trey is pretty damn good. I think he's a very good player. He is a superstar. It's just they ain't doing that again, man. They ain't doing that. They still got the same roster. They still got some good players. They have really good players. I always said I like their roster as a whole. I always said that last year. I liked it. I think they could go pretty far in the playoffs. Second round, maybe. And they made it to the Eastern Conference Final, you know? I don't think they'll do that again in a while. I don't. I think they're a first-round exit this year. I think they are who they are. They got Lou Williams back. They got most of their team back. I just don't see them going on a miracle run like that again. And with the foul changing calls, or the change in foul calls, Trae Young's going to lose about, no over-exaggeration, probably 4 to 5 free throws a game. Like, on average. Because he does that shit way too much. And it was ruining the game. And that shit matters in the playoffs when you got to slow it down. You know what I mean? And I also want to see the improvement of DeAndre Hunter on this team. And Kevin Huerter. They got a lot of young talent. It's just, can they put it together again? Can they put it together again? And I don't know if they can. Next up, we got the Knicks, baby. We got the Knicks in the 7th spot. Think they had a little surge year last year. Remember, we were jumbled as fuck last year too. Hawks easily could have been the 7. We could have been the 5. We low-key could have been the 4, I think. We could have been the 4 or the 5 last year, and it just didn't happen. So it's all jumbled up. It's gonna be jumbled next year too. The New York Knicks are the Knicks, man. There's one of those teams. Tom Thibodeau. His teams are all the same. He has a couple people. He's going to run into the fucking ground. He's going to run Kimba into the fucking concrete with the rats in New York, bro. And Kimba his knees can't withstand it. All that juking and jobbing he's doing out there. Whoop, gotcha. Ooh, his knees are going to break down 30 games in when he's running for 42 minutes. Oh, excuse me, 46 minutes out of 48. Julius Randle's already lost like 4 years of his career out there. I'm not even kidding. But I think it will be good for Julius Randle to have another dude who can score. I'm not saying they're going to be a leader or anything, but I think we'll actually get a more efficient Julius Randle. Even though he's coming off a career year, I don't know about efficiency. But he's coming off that year where he was an all-pro, candidate. Did he make an all-pro team? I don't know if he did. But, he's an all-pro candidate. He was in the talks to be in the all-pro team. And that's cool. I like that for him after what happened in New York and how they, threw it away. And then his college career didn't turn out right in the NBA, right? But he's turning out okay, man. He's getting a jumper on him. And I think it's cool for him to have some help on the offensive end. Even though, to me, they lost a key dude in Evan Fournier who went to Boston. And, oh, shit, I forgot to put Boston on this list. I'm putting them over Washington. All right, I'm putting No, I can't. I'll just add Boston. Let's go to Boston. They suck. Jaylen Brown's been hurt. When does he come back? I don't even know if he's back before the season starts. I hadn't even looked. That team that I saw out there in the preseason game sucks. They fucking suck, dude. I'm not even playing around. They are ass. They have two of the best players in the league at the wing position, and they're ass. They're terrible, bro. The lineups I saw out there, no shooting. Him, Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown are not enough. Dennis Schroeder's going to come in off the bench, apparently, to play backup point guard, and Marcus Smart's going to be the starting point guard. That's what they were saying on the broadcast. I was watching the Boston broadcast. That's what they said was going to happen. They could be wrong. That's what they said. That team fucking sucks. Al Horford can't move. Grant Williams is out there. He sucks. He's just like strong as an ox, and people think he's good at defense. No, they don't make you good, bro. They suck. I'll just say it. I don't give a fuck. I actually have Toronto making the playoffs. Has nothing to do with the talent on their team. It just has to do with how they're built. I just feel like they're going to make the playoffs. I do. And a person on their team is winning my most improved player that we're going to get to at the end of the pod. Dude, I'm already at an hour. So I got to wrap this up. And I'm going to do 20 minutes on the fucking Western Conference, okay? Sorry. Yeah, but with Charlotte, I have Charlotte making the playoffs too. I think the addition of Ish Smith is actually huge. I think having somebody to back up who's a veteran for LaMelo, and not just a veteran. He's been one of the best backup point guards in the league for a long time. Everywhere he goes, he produces. All 12 teams he's been to, right? Who else did they get? Oh, they got Kelly Oubre too. I think losing Malik Monk's huge. I think losing Devontae Graham is even bigger. I don't know what they're doing. That's a that's a bucket. That's a fucking bucket. So in my last team, Washington, add Spencer Dinwiddie, got rid of Westbrook. Okay, making sure nothing happened. Got rid of Westbrook. Still have Bradley Beal on their roster. They got Kyle Kuzma. They got fucking Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So we're going to have to see what happens with them. Those are my 10 playoff teams, man. We got Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami, Philly, Chicago, Atlanta, New York, Toronto, Charlotte, and Washington. All right. Sorry for taking 45 minutes on this shit. I might have to cut it down a little, okay? All right. We'll be right back with the fucking Western Conference preview. Let's get into it. All right, back with the Western Conference preview. Before we get into it, guys, and I'm going to do the awards after this. Dude, I just saw a video of Ben Simmons, like, not participating in the practice huddle and just leaving. Like, everybody was, like, talking, laughing and shit after practice, and he just left. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but that's pretty interesting to me. Let's just knock Philly down to the 7 seed. No kidding. All right, so once again, I'm not doing no seeds in this conference. This is bullshit. This is horse shit. I'm not doing the Western Conference seeding. I'm giving you the 10 teams I think will be in the play-in and in the playoffs, right? So I'll go from the bottom to the top. Sacramento and New Orleans. Okay? New Orleans, to me, has just too much talent. I don't know what to say. I think New Orleans has too much talent to ignore. Zion is incredible. He averaged 27 in his, like, first real year. They have Brandon Ingram, who can drop 22 to 25 a night. They got Devontae Graham, who can shoot that bitch, man. I don't know what to say. They got Jonas Valanciunas, right? No, Memphis lost him. Yes, Jonas Valanciunas is on the Pelicans now. Like, dude, that offensive rebounding. Zion and Jonas on the floor at the same time? Bro, they're going to wear people the fuck out and draw a lot of fouls. I don't know. I just don't see them being bad. They have too much talent. It's an on-paper team, and I don't care. It's a 2K team. They're fucking good on 2K. And I don't know his name. Alexander Nichols. What the fuck is his name? Alexander something. That dude showed me something last year. I think he could really be a good player in the NBA. Not like some elite starter. Don't look at me as that guy, okay? Oh, and I didn't touch on the Raptors, by the way. I think Chris Boucher and OG Anunoby take a huge step, and I just see their player development program being elite, and you're going to see like a Pascal Siakam jump from one or two of those players, right? And I think OG Anunoby, possibly, I'll just say it, I think he definitely makes an all-defensive team this year. So that's just me, though. So New Orleans, once again, can't see him being bad. Too talented. Sacramento, Darren Fox is one of my favorite players in the NBA. He's John Wall with a better jump shot. He's not as he's as athletic as John Wall to me. He's a Kentucky guard. That's not my comparison, though. He's just like hella fast, transition-based. I think he has more validity to his assist than John Wall does. I think John Wall always led the league in assists, but I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, it didn't make people seem that much better than what they were, even though John Wall led the Wizards to the playoffs a couple years in a row. So I'm not going to shit on John Wall like that. I just think Darren Fox is a hell of a player, man. I just love Darren Fox. I love Tyrese Halliburton. Coming off that injury, it's big, but I think he'll get it together and he'll be okay. Did Buddy Hield leave? See, I'm sorry. Like, I have to look. I'm sorry, guys. It was moving too fast for me, bro. Today has been moving too fast, and I didn't get to do any fucking research. I'm so sorry. So, and I ripped out all that shit. Okay, he's still in the Kings. Okay. And they got Davion Mitchell from Baylor. So, I don't know. Right? It's kind of weird. They're really stacked at guard. And I don't think they're that far off from the Chicago Bulls' talent at guard. Call me crazy. Call me fucking crazy, bro. I don't care. I know Davion Mitchell isn't developed. He is that defensive presence on that side that they need. Okay? Oh, look at this. Grayson Allen just got an extension with the Milwaukee Bucks already. It's another shooter they're going to have that's going to average more points than Jimmy Butler in a playoff series. Fuck you, Bryn Forbes. And yeah, I just love Sacramento. I love watching them play. I don't like how they call Hassan Whiteside their veteran leader. That's not good. That needs to change immediately for them to be successful, but whatever. Another team, I'm going once again bottom to top, Memphis, man. I think Taylor Jenkins is his name, the coach. I think he's just one of those really good young coaches that we haven't really dissected into yet, right? Do we know if he's an X and O's guy? We don't. Do we know if he's a rah-rah guy? We don't. Like, we knew about Brad Stevens being an X and O guy. We haven't really seen that with Taylor Jenkins. We don't know if he's a developmental guy like Nick Nurse, who's pretty good with the X and O's, but I think he's more of like a player's coach that's very good at developing players, you know? And coaches do go into that, just like Eric Spoelstra. It's like how you play. You know, like, is your system going to fit that player's skill set? And I think that's a big thing in the Raptors organization. And we'll have to see in Memphis if they can, you know, even dudes like Dylan Brooks going crazy in the last year. Like, that shows something about that coach and the developmental staff that something's going really right for them. Because Dylan Brooks was like a bucket in the playoffs. That team was really fun to watch in the playoffs, man. They were. It was really cool to see them like fight with the Jazz, bro. It was. And I think that Steven Adams, you know, tough guy. Is he still on? Let me go look. See, I have to keep doing this, dude. I fucking hate this shit. I don't know if he got traded away or whatever, but yeah, I always thought that with the addition of all these guards, yeah, Flex Grizz. I don't know why I keep hesitating with what I'm saying. I don't want to be wrong. I'd rather look it up. What was I saying? Fuck. Well, with Memphis anyways, I just love watching them. I think Steven Adams is a good player. Don't think he's like some amazing guy, but I think he's a tough guy, you know? And with Sacramento, what I forgot to say was I thought that they were going to let people go. I thought they were donezo. I thought, like, Tyrese was going to get, like, traded and shit like that, but that didn't happen. So to the next team, not a lot on those guys. I think Memphis is just a fun team. And obviously, John Morant. All right. I'm not going to forget to call his name out. John Morant's insane. He's going to be considered as one of the best point guards in the league this year, in my opinion. He'll get elevated into one of those, that second to third tier of player. I think he's just looked at as a young, athletic prospect, but when it was clutch time, it was clutch time. And he let everybody know what it was, man. It was quite impressive from John Morant. The number 8 team is Golden State. It has nothing to do with anything but questions of injuries and trade options, right? I think we've seen Jordan Poole go crazy in the preseason, and we don't know about Klay yet. What is he going to be? When is he coming back, really? Is James Wiseman going to stay on that team that long? Is Andrew Wiggins going to stay on the team that long? We don't know. Draymond Green is Draymond Green. We'll have to see how that works out. I don't know how it will. But for the time being, they are better than they were last year, and Steph Curry carried them. I think they will be in the top 8 spots if they just have slight improvement on certain positions and how they played. So, it's the Golden State Warriors, bro. They're a winning organization. Yeah, they had some fraudulent rings, but before that, they were a winning organization. And Steph Curry showed last year, don't take him for granted. Because he's getting up there in age, man. He's getting up there in age, and his career has not hit even the slightest of a come down. So I can't wait to see him play. He was pure entertainment last year. Absolutely insane what I saw from him last year. So fun. That 1 month where he hit fucking 200,000 threes was fucking amazing. I was skipping out on Laker games because LeBron was hurt, and I was watching Portland and Golden State because I love Dame Lillard. I was just watching Steph Curry just cook for 30, 35 a night. Going bananas, bro. And I think he'll be up there in the MVP conversation this year. So we'll have to see, though. Another team, man, Portland, Chauncey Billups. Now, I roasted them already about their offseason because it's fucking terrible. Like Cody Zeller and like Tony Snell. Fucking scumbags. Like, what are you thinking? You think Dame's going to be like, oh, let's fucking go, bro. Tony Snell? Dude, he does not want to look at that face all day. Dude's fucking hideous. But I believe, dude, Dame is Dame. It's just like, to me, it's a lot like Steph. They play different, but they don't. You get what I'm saying? They play a lot alike. Like, they're similar players, and they are so good in skill sets that they just win you games. They just win you games. That's what they do. And that's what Dame's going to do again. And Dame's going to fucking do shit like he did in the Denver Nuggets game, which is one of the greatest playoff performances of all time that will probably be forgotten. That is literally one of, I'm not even over-exaggerating, that has to be like a top 10 playoff performance I've ever seen in my life. And I turn the game off for 30 seconds, and I get text from Chris, yo, this game. I'm like, it's over. They're down by 9 with a minute left. Dame's over here pulling up from 40. And he kept doing it, you know? That will be probably one of the most forgotten about all-time great performances ever. Because, like, when it's LeBron and he loses, you always remember it because it's Bron. Remember when he dropped 51, 8, and 8 and lost because of JR? You know, shit like that. But when it's somebody like Dame, who is a superstar, but, you know, he's not like an all-time great in that sense. I think Dame Lillard is going to be one of those guys that kind of, it's like a Chris Webber type guy where he was so amazing when he played, but he gets like put to the side when it comes to that all-time great conversation. And I think he's going to be like dangling outside people's like top 50 all-time and shit because he never left Portland and is loyal to a fault. And CJ McCollum is CJ McCollum. Nurkic is Nurkic, man. They're good players. You got to watch the Nurkic injuries. You got to watch the McCollum injuries. If they stay healthy as a unit, they lost Derrick Jones Jr. as well. He went to the Bulls. If they stay healthy as a unit, though, they're fine. Did he go to the Bulls? Wait, who'd he go to? Sorry, guys. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm pretty sure he went to the Bulls. I'm sticking with it. Don't give a flying fuck. But, yeah, if they stay healthy as a unit, I think they're fine. They're not going to be a championship contender, but they're fine. Another team, Dallas, obviously, Luka. And all I've read about Porzingis is a lot of good things. And usually it's been negative for the last couple years. What I've read is he's accepted his role much more than he did last year because he's getting the ball more. And they have shit designed for him. But he gets that in crunch time. He's going to be a spot-up shooter in the corner or just a picker. You know what I mean? Pick and roll guy, pick and pop guy, which is his role. You're on a team with a top 3 player in the world. Top 5 at least. At the worst, he's top 5. You got to just understand your role. The Mavs didn't do nothing in the offseason. They got some shooters, and didn't they get Sterling Brown and Reggie Bullock? Like, what we talking about? Come on, bro. I'm not going to talk about that offseason. You had a Jason Kidd who isn't a proven coach, but I don't think he doesn't know nothing about basketball. You know what I mean? I respect his basketball IQ. He's one of the greatest point guards of all time. Once again, that does not mean you transition into a coach well, but we'll have to see. I don't think he got his due in Milwaukee. I think they had higher I guess he was, I don't remember. You know, like, I was younger, so I vaguely remember. Was he must have been like the transition guy to get the guy. Does that make sense? Even though that's unfair? Because I think they saw Giannis escalating as a talent and as a prospect very quickly. And they're like, holy fuck, what can we do? Let's make a move here. You know what I mean? So I think that's what happened. The team after that with Dallas. I think Dallas is going to be a very good team. It's Luka, bro. If everybody stays healthy, and I'm not saying they will, I'm talking about superstars. When I say if everybody stays healthy, I ain't talking about 15. I'm talking about 2 people most of the time. Can Bam and Jimmy stay healthy? Can Bam, Jimmy, and Kyle stay healthy? If 2 of them stay healthy, we're probably still a good team, right? Okay. That's all I care about. If I'm talking about the 76ers, can Toby and fucking Joel stay healthy? Joel's never going to be healthy. He'll play fucking whatever, how many games he plays. If he plays more than 60 games, you're good. And he's ready for the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about when everybody's healthy. I'm really talking about 3 people. So don't get it twisted. But yeah, Dallas is going to be good, man. They have one of the best players in the world. And they have to pray that they do not see my next team on the list, which is the Clippers again and again and again. I try to tell y'all, don't overreact to these losses by Luka and shit. He's playing fucking Kawhi and Paul George every year, bro. Give that man a rest. Like, that's what he's going against. He's going against one of the best teams in the fucking league. So, they made a trade for Patrick Beverley. Let me go look. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry, boys and girls. I know he went to Minnesota. Clippers off season. I wish I had my goddamn notebook. They got Eric Bledsoe. I remember that. They got Justice Winslow. What the fuck? Are you going to show me who they got? Oh, yeah. They, like, traded backwards for Eric Bledsoe. And they just gave them, like, trading pieces. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think they've improved, like, a lot. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think they're incredible. I think they have Kawhi and they have Paul George, who proved that he was a playoff performer last year. With what he did with on the Suns was pretty fun to watch. He was balling out, right? But yeah, I think the Clippers, once again, I hate saying the Clippers are the Clippers, but nothing has really changed for them. They're going to shoot the 3 well. They have 2 superstars. What else is there to say? They've played the same the last fucking 3 years. I don't know what to tell you. They're the same exact team. Nothing crazy is going to happen. They don't have 2 non-shooters now at point guard. They got 1 non-shooter, and Reggie Jackson. I think they still have Reggie Jackson, right? And yeah, once again, Kawhi and Paul George healthy. Okay, they're a contender. They can make the finals. Every year, Kawhi, like, he's sitting out again. Oh, we bitch about it all fucking regular season. And then he comes out postseason. 40, 38, 40, 38, 37, 22 points in the fourth quarter, shooting 60% on threes and shit. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm not bitching at him anymore, right? I think I bitch because of the double standard with him and other players. You know, that shit pisses me off. But, yeah, the Clippers. My next team is the Phoenix Suns. Went to the finals. Today it broke. DeAndre Ayton. They have not come to an agreement on a max extension. That is huge. That is much bigger than you know. Than you even think you know. You have to realize if he signs with another contending team, the Suns lose a presence that they needed. He was one of the most essential pieces in the whole championship run. I don't get how you re-sign Mikal Bridges to 4 for 90 plus, but you won't give this kid the max. Your second overall draft pick when you drafted him, right? I can't make sense of that. I can't make sense of it. The game-winning alley-oop, like DeAndre Ayton, I don't even know if he had a bad game all postseason. I don't know if he had a bad game. Just because he was getting shit on by the best player in the world. Giannis, I mean, dude. And he went against Brook Lopez. You know what I mean? I don't know his final stats exactly. But yeah, it's like he played fantastic. He got you through the Western Conference. He was one of the main reasons. CP's out. Who steps up? I know Cameron Payne did, but DeAndre Ayton, we don't look at him as, oh, he stepped up because he was so consistent. He's just doing this 18 and 15, 22 and 11, 19 and 15, 17 and 17. Like, dude, he was a consistent guy. You knew what he was giving you every night. It was amazing to watch. And, dude, considering how much they shoot outside shots, how much the ball is in two other guys' hands, I thought he was overly impressive with that shit. Kevin Huerter just got a 4-year, $65 million extension. It's looking bad. Can't even extend DeAndre Ayton. Motherfucker. Is it because he did PEDs? We'll have to talk about that. Yeah, but the Suns are going to be good again. The Suns are going to be pretty fucking good. I think they'll be a second-round exit. You have to realize, man, when they played one elite post player, they were about to lose in the first round. Oh, now fucking Nia sending me TikToks over here. They were going to lose in the first round if they play AD the whole series. I hate to tell you. He was dropping 34 and 17, 37 and 14, one of the two games in a row. They weren't beating them. They were not beating them, not even close. So, yeah, but Phoenix, it's going to be entertaining as fuck. I just hope, like, the superstars stay healthy, because obviously I want to see Braun win another ring. Once again, I don't think the Heat can win a championship. So I'm not sitting here, like, rooting for Braun over the Heat, but at the end of the day, I know we're not winning no fucking ring. All right? I know Braun's going to hopefully be there at the end of the season if they can stay healthy, but they're getting older. And we'll just transition into the Lakers, right? They play the opener against the Warriors. I think that's a very interesting matchup. And let me just prepare y'all for this, right? Let's prepare the what is it? The Wednesday morning talk shows, right? You know, the Lakers lost. All right, this is the Lakers lose, or if they win. Either way. You know what I saw a lot of? I don't think it's going to work. This is why. I just don't think this whole Westbrook and Melo and old 2013 All-Star team is going to work. You know why? You know what I saw a lot of? Westbrook staying in the corner. I saw Melo shooting a lot of threes and making a little of them. I see Anthony Davis who can't stay healthy. And then I see LeBron. Is he going to stay healthy? Can you put a load on a 36-year-old's back? Not a MILF reference. Can you put the load on his back? Can you? That's all I'm going to hear. And remember, the fucking Lakers are banged up like a motherfucker. They are banged up. So are the Celtics with Jalen and Marcus out. The Lakers are going to be missing two of their pieces that they got. I think Malik Monk's going to be out. Wayne Ellington's going to be out. And I would imagine throughout the season, all three of the superstars are going to be hurting. We're going to have Melo out there shooting 22 shots with him out. Right? But my expectation for this Laker team is to win the championship. If Brooklyn has no Kyrie, this is a mismatch for every team. They can't shoot, Hunter. Okay, bro, when they won the title 2-3 years ago, I don't even know how the math works. Is it two years ago in one season? Or 2 seasons in 1 year? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know how it works. 2 seasons in 1 year ago, right? That a season ago, 1 year ago? I don't fucking know. Either way, when they won the ring, they couldn't shoot. They couldn't. They couldn't shoot at all. And, yeah, I just think that defense will always be there. That's how they play, mostly with Frank Vogel. And AD and LeBron and Westbrook, we can talk. I talk shit about Westbrook most of the time I talk about him. He is a top 5, top 7 point guard till the day he dies. He's too good. He makes too many good plays. And having legitimate people that can handle the ball other than LeBron is a big deal. I'm not one of those people that say, yo, Rondo is with LeBron, so it helps him not handle the ball. No, the offense is going to run through LeBron. It's just those times that he is out. It's not about being on the floor at the same time. No, when LeBron's on the floor, he needs the fucking ball. He's LeBron James. It's about when he's off the floor, you don't have fucking Alex Caruso, Dennis Schroeder, and Kuzma running the offense. You got a dude who can score, pass, rebound, along with other people. We've seen Russell Westbrook carry a dog shit OKC Thunder team to the playoffs. Okay? I know he's not in his prime, but I'll tell you what, he knows how to give the ball to the open guy, and that motherfucker can still put up 20 a game. I don't play the whole there's only one ball thing anymore, all right? That shit has been proven wrong for years since super teams started happening. It's been proven wrong. The egos, there's only one ball. There's this, there's that. How are Chris Paul and Harden going to work? Oh, they're only a game away from going to the finals over the most talented team of all time. Like, how is the chemistry in Golden State, all the egos, they're destroying everybody. They go 16-1. Like, what are we talking about? There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. It is what it is. They're going to be fantastic, all right? Then we're going to get into Utah. Ooh, Utah. Ooh, Utah. Ooh. Let's just say it. Mike Conley is going to, like, roll his wrist and miss 38 games. Let's just take him out of the equation. Mike Conley is all-star break and after, right? This team is just still so good. Too much shooting, too much passing, too much playmaking, too much defense, too much shooting, too much passing, too much shot making, too much defense. This is one of the best teams in the NBA. They're a top 5 team in the league to me. Probably top 4 if I start, pulling hairs, picking hairs, what the fuck it's called, fucking weaving threads. Splitting hairs. I know what it is, you fucking morons. Yeah. But they're just good. And you don't know how much better Donovan Mitchell can get. We don't. Let's just say it now. We don't know how much better that dude can fucking get. We don't. And as long as he's getting better, everyone else is fucked. Okay? He is actually D-Wade. I never wanted to admit it because he's my favorite player of all time. He's D-Wade. No one will ever be as good as a slasher as D-Wade was. Or the thing that made D-Wade so good was not just his finishing ability. It was his ability to finish and to draw fouls, right? Get to the free throw line a million times. The series was rigged against fucking the Mavs, man. Okay, just go. Y'all need to go rewatch that series because y'all were fucking like, what? We were all 10 years old. and you went with what the parents said, right? You didn't actually go rewatch the games. You looked at free throw numbers. Go look at what D-Wade did to your fucking squad. Go look at the fucking 12-point comeback in 3 minutes that he led where he didn't shoot nothing but 2 free throws to win the game at the end when y'all were fouling because y'all were down by fucking 6. Go look at that. All middies. All middies. All middies. Just Buchetto. He was younger than I am right now. Giving y'all fucking 34.7, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyways. Yeah, Utah. He reminds me of D-Wade. Donovan Mitchell does. Yeah. And Jordan Clarkson is fucking... Dude, when he gets hot, get the fuck out the way. He will shoot 10 threes a game. I think he shoots 8. I don't know why he didn't do that on the Cavs, but he just has the confidence and people really believe in him. I love a dude like Joe Ingles, who they both are going to compete for the 6th man this year again, and that's going to be cool to see. But yeah, man, Utah is going to be a top 3 seed, top 4 seed again, if everything goes right. If they just have, even if they miss Donovan for a couple games, I think they're so good and their teamwork is so nice that they're fine. Oh, I forgot to say it, fuck Rudy Gobert. The last team of the West, fuck him. I'm not going to talk about him. I will never put him on a Defensive Player of the Year ranking ever again. And I think Terrence Mann finally stopped that fucking run of Defensive Player of the Year trophies for him. Thank God. All right, Denver. They have, god damn, I'm trying to get this hangnail. Hold on. Got it. Not that easy. I was picking up my fucking dry ass skin. Denver. Once again, another top 5 player in the league in Jokic, top 7, whatever you want to say. It all gets jumbled in every league. Michael Porter Jr. I mean, dude, they were what? They were the 2 seed last year? Were they? They were a top 4 seed, I believe, right? Hold on. No, they weren't. I think they fell. Hold on. They fell off, right? Hold on. West standings. NBA 2021. Am I tripping? They were, yes, Hunter, yes, bitch. Yeah, they were the 3 seed last year without Jamal Murray. He's coming back. I think he's going to be fine. I still don't like the combo of Jamal Murray and Michael Porter on the floor at the same time. Doesn't work. Michael Porter definitely does not deserve this extension he's getting either, but that's whatever. I don't like, it doesn't fit to me. They need one or the other. And I think Michael Porter Jr. is a most improved player of the year candidate. I just don't like the fit, man. They just got Jeff Green also. I just don't like the fit. But I think they're a regular season team. You know, who is another one of those? Well, Utah's one of those too. I don't think they're like a great, postseason team. But in the regular season, they always win. That was the Milwaukee Bucks. You know, the Atlanta Hawks. They were always that with Bud. Regular season team, couldn't win in the postseason, shit like that. And, I think they're one of those teams. I think they're very good. I think they have a very great player. I don't know what it is, but the West is so jumbled, you just have to get the right matchup, right? I think, dude, all these teams, Golden State is close to the bottom, and they can beat anybody. Dallas can beat anybody. Portland can't. They're just not built, but they just have 2 talented guys. Phoenix can beat anybody with their defense and their shooting. The Clippers have, those 2. Utah. The Lakers can beat anybody. Denver can beat anybody. You just got to find the right matchup in the West. You got to hope things play out right for you to get through there. And I think that's what happened with Phoenix last year. I think they got the best matchups that they possibly asked for. And it happened. AD went down, and they were like, oh, shit, gas pedal. No Kawhi, gas pedal. People don't talk about it, though. They don't talk about that shit, do they? People with the shorter off seasons, man, got fucked. I'll tell you that. But, yeah, that's really a wrap-up. If you want my prediction, I'll tell you it's going to be Brooklyn, L.A. no matter what. Brooklyn, if Kyrie comes back. If not, we'll get the LeBron versus Giannis finals. I truly believe that should be very interesting. I just don't see anybody beating, Los Angeles and things of that nature. So we're going to get into the postseason awards. I'm going to be the fuck out of here, dog. I'm going to be the fuck out of here, dog. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Okay, they're right. They're right here. Okay. So first we have the Sixth Man of the Year award, easiest award to give out. Just going back to Jordan Clarkson. He's going to be on a team that's in the top 5 seeds. He's going to average 18. He's going to shoot 40% from the three-point line, shooting 9 of them a game, and that's what's going to happen. All right? It's really not that hard. And I'm not picking favorites in all these, but close to it. Oh, I didn't pick my MVP. I guess I'll come up with that while I'm talking. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm picking, you know who I'm picking. I have his fucking jersey on. I'm picking Bam Adebayo to win Defensive Player of the Year until he wins it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick him to be back-to-back. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. Bam Adebayo. One of the most, if not the most, other than Giannis, I would say him and Giannis are very even on this versatile defenders in the league. I'm sorry. I don't even take that back, bro. Like, he is. He can guard legitimate point guards. Go look up the stats, man. Clamp, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. And these aren't like, oh, he switched for 2 plays. No. These are designated assignments while Jimmy's out. He guards the best player on the floor when Jimmy's out. And now our team is built a little different. So I think he can actually guard more wing players now. And, it's never designed that way for that to happen. I would say that sometimes it was when we were going through the COVID issues, he would have to guard the best player on the court. And we would just have to be mismatched down low. But now our team is built where he can guard some wing players. And that's not ideal with him being that big and being a great rebounder, but at the end of the day, you have to do it. Coach of the Year, I actually falling forward again. Willie Green. I actually think that Spoelstra might get a nod. Every fucking year, the general managers take a poll, and Spoelstra's in the top 2 coaches with Greg Popovich. Every year, who's the best coach in the league? This year, Eric Spoelstra won the poll of the GMs. Last year, he got second. But he never gets a vote for Coach of the Year. He didn't even get a vote when we started 10-31 and ended 41-41. We went 31-10 the second half of the season. Didn't even get a vote. We didn't even make a trade. We had the same fucking team, and he just straight up switched the lineups. That's when Bam became our future center. Like, we just made the switch. But yeah, I think Willie Green's going to get it. I think they make that leap to the fucking 7th seed. I don't know what a leap is in the Western Conference. And I know it's just a random ass pick, but the things that I've seen is a coach going into a team that did not make a lot of offseason adjustments become better. Look what he did with that team. Look what Nick Nurse did with the Raptors. You know what I mean? And I know they got Kawhi, but I'm talking about, remember. Fuck. I see his face. Don't fucking say it. Dwayne Casey, Hunter. Come on, bro. I saw his face just screaming for LeBron to stop scoring on them. He won Coach of the Year and won 55 games. He got fired the next year. So, one of those things. And maybe even Rick Carlisle. I could see Rick Carlisle being up there if the Pacers become good, because that coach was dog shit. Dog shit. My most improved players coming from the Raptors. Chris Boucher. And this is a milestone in this podcast. I did not pick Aaron Gordon for the 12th year in a row. I fucking picked Aaron Gordon every year of my life. Bro, he's 6'9". He can jump fucking 45 inches, bro. He's fucking going to be good. He improved his 3-ball. It's because every time he played the Heat, he would drop fucking 40. Every fucking time. Every time. The Rookie of the Year, I think it's easy. Cade Cunningham. Also, for the most improved player, I think that Anthony Edwards. I don't know why I said Andrew. Probably because Edwards. Anthony, my eyes fucked up. Anthony Edwards, I could see it happening too. I think he can take a leap as well. And I think D'Angelo may get a lot of trade talks around his name. I think that's going to happen. And I think you can build around Anthony Edwards, bro. I think he is cold as fuck, man. I think he is really cold. And he's just fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's fucking hysterical. My MVP, man. Damn. Fuck. I'll do 3 players. I'll do my final 3. It's going to end up being James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Steph Curry. I think those are the 3 finalists in no order. I think those are the 3 finalists. And I truly believe James Harden will win it. And yeah, so I got James Harden as the MVP, Steph Curry and Giannis as the other finalists, the 3 finalists. So see how it works out, man. But thank y'all for listening. I know it was a long pod, but it's worth it. Enjoy NBA basketball tonight, man. It's going to be fun. Get to see the GOAT play. Hunter, Michael Jordan is fucking playing golf with Steph Curry. I know. I said you get to play the GOAT, not the second best player in the world. Well, I love you guys. Thank y'all for listening. And as always, thank you for tuning in to Shooting the Show Sense. All right, man. I'm out. Pod go out, man. Hey, dudes.